Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Glad to be back with you tonight. I have a new story. It's called Good as New. This story was written by Barbara Douglas, and the pictures, or the illustrator, was Patience Brewster. So, good as new. Good as new. I thought my grandpa could fix anything. One morning last week, he fixed the hose and the fence, and my swing and the sandbox, and Yim Lee's fire engine, and Camera's wagon. But because my cousin Casey came to visit while Uncle Jonathan went riding with him with his club, and KC started crying, so my uncle rode away. And there is the grandpa. Nobody could make him happy, not even Grandpa, because the only thing that Casey wanted was my bear. I said, nobody plays with my bear but me. Casey kicked the floor and he cried some more. And Mom said, Grady, do you think that Casey feels lonely because he didn't bring his bear? Then Dad said, do you think he might feel better, son, if you just let him hold your bear? Grandpa didn't say anything, and KC cried even harder until Yim Lee and Carmen grabbed their toys and went home. Grandpa grabbed his hat and went for a walk, and before I could say, okay, you can hold him, Kim C grabbed my bear. But he didn't just hold him. He dragged my bear around by the ears, and he fed him peanut butter. And he tried to feed him to the dog. Dad made him stop. Then KC dragged my bear outside where he sat on him, and he turned the hose on him. Dad made him stop that too. So KC buried my bear in the sand. After Casey went home, I dug up my bear. Mom said, please don't bring it in the house. Dad said, I'm sorry it's ruined, son, but I'll buy you a new one. I said, I don't want a new bear. I want this old one fixed the way it was before KC came. Mom shook her head and Dad did too, but Grandpa hung up his hat and he said, never mind you now, Grady. I can fix that bear so he'll be good as new in no time. Then he brought a big brown paper bag outside and we sat down. But he opened up his pocket knife. I said, wait a minute. What's that for, Grandpa? Are you sure you can fix my bear? Of course I can, he said to me. Hold on here and pull so I can see to cut the stitches. I held and I pulled, but I didn't want to watch because Grandpa opened my bear up and then he started pulling out the stuffing. My bear's stomach went flat, the way mine feels when I'm hungry. His arms and his legs wrinkled up too. So I said, Grandpa, are you sure this is the right way to fix my bear? What do you think? Grandpa just kept on working. My bear's nose dropped and his ears flopped. I covered my eyes and said, Grandpa, are you sure? But he said, never mind now, Grady. We'll have this bear good as new in no time. In the kitchen, we made a sink full of suds, soapy water. And Grandpa scrubbed my bear. First he scrubbed the stomach, and then the arms and the legs and the neck and the nose. He even scrubbed the ears. The water got all muddy, but my bear didn't get very clean. Look, I said to Grandpa, I can see the peanut butter. So I pulled the plug and we made more sudsy water. And Grandpa scrubbed again, but this time he scrubbed too hard. Both the ears fell off, and I said, Grandpa, I'm not sure this is the right way to fix my bear. Never mind now, Grandpa said. He'll be as good as new in no time. Look how he's holding the ears. Can you see those little ears? Right there. I think he's feeling a little upset. Grandpa rinsed the bear and squeezed him hard. But when he shook him out, I told him, Grandpa, a clean bear's not so good if it's all flat and wrinkled and it hasn't got any ears. Never mind now, Grandpa said. Then he hung my bear outside to dry with one ear on each side, and he said, I'll have to go downtown, and buy new stuffing. Anybody want to come along? I did. We rode the bus to the hobby shop. While Grandpa bought the stuffing, I saved his place in the popcorn line. That'd be a good place. Popcorn. I just ate some popcorn today. Do you like popcorn? By the time we got back home again, my bear and his ears were dry, but he was still flat and all broken. I said, Grandpa, are you sure? I guess you know what Grandpa said. So we sat down outside again, and Grandpa filled the bear with new fluffy stuffing. He put in 100 hunks of stuffing in the arms, and he put in about 100 hunks of stuffing in the legs, and about 100 hunks of stuffing in the head, and in the nose, and the neck. But the stomach still looked hungry. See how he's working? More and more. Then I brought him a needle and thread and a thimble, and he sewed the back of my bear and said, my cats are going crazy. That's not what he said, that's what I say. And he said, there. But I said, wait a minute, Grandpa. He isn't dirty anymore, and he isn't flat or wrinkled, but he still doesn't look so good without... Without what? Asked Grandpa, wide-eyed. Never you mind, I said. He said, I can fix that too, and so he did. And then he said, there, now how does that look? I turned my bear all around and carefully looked over it all. Grandpa, I said at last, I thought you could fix anything, but this bear isn't as good as new. There was a long silence, and Grandpa looked kind of sad. It's better than new, I shouted, laughing, and he gave me the best bear hug. Have you ever given anybody a bear hug? It's when you hug them so tight. I used to love to give bear hugs. Now, whenever KC comes to visit, Grandpa and I grab our hats and my bear and slip out the back door, never minding. I guess they don't have to worry about anything. So, that would be pretty upsetting to have somebody come over, want your favorite toy, and then just tear it up that way. That's not very respectful. But I'm sure glad that Grandpa could fix it. I hope you enjoyed this story. I really did. I really did a lot. So it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to say I love you. I really do. But even more importantly, God loves you. And He always will. All right. Have a good night and God bless you.